So what's up, you guys? So I'm gonna try to make this video kind of quick because it looks like it's about to rain and I have my computer out here. I ain't trying to get rained on, but anyways, so this video will probably be the last video I make for about a week or so, which I don't really upload weekly, but I do have other videos I can make. But I'm going out of town, so I'm not going to be able to do anything really. But this video is just going to be, I'm going to show what the Tahoe looked like when I first got it, which I got it in March, maybe I think the 27th maybe of this year, and it's already September. It's I think the 9th. So I've had it a couple months. I've been able to do stuff to it. Obviously, you've seen videos of things that I have done to it, videos I've made about it that other people haven't made. So for those that are curious, I'm just going to go through everything that I've done to it since I've owned it. This isn't going to be one particular thing. It's legitimately going to be everything I've done, whether it's been replaced, modified, swapped out, whatever the case may be. So and I'm also going to talk about stuff that I have planned in the future, whether that's a few weeks from now, a few months from now, years from now. It just know that it's in the plans for this. It's just not going to happen immediately. So with that being said, I'm just going to show you the vehicle, do everything I need to do and all that stuff. So for those that don't know what this is my 2006 Chevy Tahoe. It's four-wheel drive. I'll go into the lift and all that stuff later. It's an LT, so this LT is actually optioned out fairly well. It's got sunroof, it's got keyless entry, it's got leather heated seats, third row. It's four-wheel drive. It's got fog lights, because some of these came with fog lights, some of them didn't. It is four-wheel drive. It has the auto four-wheel drive, so that I think helps the value a little bit. I'm not really sure, but I'm not really looking to sell it, so I don't really care about that. It has the power folding mirrors, it has the turn signals in the glass for the mirror. It had fender flares. I don't have them on now. I kind of want to get fender flares again to see what it look like. There's probably something else I'm missing. It's got the DVD player, rear entertainment, third row, stuff like that. Can't think. It's got dual climate control. That was something else. Steering wheel controls, if I haven't already said that, which I think I did. But yeah, so like I said, 2006 Chevy Tahoe four-wheel drive. I'll show a picture of what it looked like when I got it. So that's what it looked like the day I got it. I didn't realize there was gonna be such a glare, but that's what it looked like. It had running boards on it. Took the running boards off, took the roof rack off. They're all actually over there under my porch. But anyway, so one of the first few things I did, which it really wasn't a modification, it was just me taking the stuff off, which is what I said just a second ago. I took the door molding off because it was falling off. I took the running boards off, took the roof rack off. They had a license plate on the front. I don't do license plates, especially not on the front anyway. What else? I took the plastic skid plate that goes on the front, which ain't gonna stop a damn thing, so I don't know why it's there. I took that off because it was cracked and because I was doing some stuff underneath it and I needed it off. I have the metal skid plate off because for one, I was wanting to clean it because it's aluminum, and two, I have the lift on it, so I don't need it anymore. But I'll start on the exterior, and then I'll work my way around and then underneath and stuff like that. So what I've done so far is, first I had a 2-inch rough country leveling kit on it, which doesn't level shit, because even when you put in the keys, you turn them all the way up and you put the spacers in the rear, the ass end still sits up higher than the front, so that's kind of a letdown. But I don't know if I've said this in the other videos about the lift, because I think I didn't, and I meant to. I do have the rough country 6-inch lift kit on this with their V2 monotube shocks, and I also have the leveling keys still in it. So it still has the leveling keys, the 2-inch leveling keys, and they're turned up about halfway. So the front does sit up a little bit higher, but it's not squatted, it's not tooted as all the stupid ass people say. None of that stuff. It's not leaning, none of that stuff. It looks nice. I like the way it looks. I like the way it rides. That's it. The wheels, they are a 24 by 10 with I think a positive 31 or 30 or a 30 offset. They are a LTZ replica wheel. Chevy did not make these in a 24, so you're not going to find them as an OEM. But the 20s and 22s, you will find them because they were made in those two sizes only. As far as the brakes and stuff like that, none of that's changed. I do plan on putting front rotors and calipers and pads from a 2019 and up. So they are a 13-inch rotor and they're a 4-piston caliper because I really want the stopping power, especially with these big tires. The tires, which I don't know why I didn't mention them. They're a 35 1250 24 Haida Mud Champ. I've said that in the other videos, but like I said, I'm going through the whole thing, so I'm going to make sure I cover everything. The headlights are these are a Depo, D-E-P-O, which I have videos about those and I'll show them. It's D-E-P-O, they're the projector style, and I have Auxito LED low beams, which I need to swap out because they don't do very well in a projector. And then I have just some Amazon marker lights, and I have some Auxito reverse / marker lights in the front. Those are the same things I have in my reverse lights, but I'll talk about those when I get back there. My high beams are still the halogens. I haven't messed with them, not yet. I have the Fleece Performance all lights on mod, so when I turn my high beams on and I have my fog lights on, my fog lights stay on. I have last fit 3157 turn signal bulbs. They're switchbacks. They have the load resistor built into them, so there's no hyper flash. And then the corner lights are just random white LEDs, and it looks really good at night, especially with the rock lights I have. So I guess I'll talk about the rock lights first, and then I'll talk about everything else on the front of the vehicle. The rock lights are just an Amazon special, some Chinese brand that I found, because I ordered a set originally from Black Label Lighting from Custom Offsets, but I did not know they were like a 4 to 6 week back order, because they didn't put that on the website, which would have been nice to know. So I went ahead and just canceled that order and just bought something quick and easy. I'm going to actually take these out. I'm going to buy a set of oracles as well, but I'm going to buy a set of 12 so that I can put at least 2 in each wheel well and then some around it. I just bought white. I didn't buy anything else. I don't really want the whole color changing thing, because that just makes it where you get in trouble if you forget that they're on down the road and stuff like that and they start flashing. I've passed a couple of cops with mine on and there's no issue. They're white you really won't get in trouble for. It's the red and blues that you'll get in trouble for, especially if they flash. So just keep that in mind. Some states are strict, others are not. Like, I live in Georgia, so they don't really give a shit because they're used to seeing this kind of stuff. But just make sure they don't flash. That's one thing that they will say to you no matter what state you're in. So anyway, the grill is just a black aftermarket grill I got off of Amazon that does not fit worth a damn. So I don't know if that's because of the vehicle or it's just the grill, because I bought the same grill for the 2005 Tahoe I had, and it fit a lot better, and I don't understand what the difference is, but whatever, it is what it is. The valence is the same. The tow hooks are the same. Nothing's changed. Bumper's the same. The fog lights are Z off-road projector LED fog lights. I have a video about all the exterior lighting on this, so if anybody wants to see specifics or see part numbers or see whatever, I have a video about that. So if you want to watch it, you're more than welcome to. If you don't, that's fine too. I've already talked about the wheels. I've already talked about the rock lights. That's the rock lights right there, right there. They are pretty bright. I do like them. So, and also we'll talk about stuff that I have the parts for. I just haven't swapped yet because there is stuff that I haven't put on. Then the tail lights are the Amerilight. They're just a regular LED tail light. I wanted something that I haven't really seen on anybody else's stuff, so this is it. Then I have the LED, like I said. They are very bright. I have I can't remember what the name of this backup camera is, but I bought it from Crutchfield. And I wanted a backup camera just because, you know, it never hurts to have one. And like if my girlfriend drives it, it makes it a lot easier for her to be able to see, because this is very big and she has a little Kia Rio, so she's not used to driving something this big all the time. But the license plate lights are from Morimoto. I actually do like them. I like that the covers are gloss black. But what else? As far as the outside, that's about it. I did get new door mirrors because the ones I had, they didn't fold like they're supposed to. And these I bought from Rock Auto. They were supposed to be folding and everything, and they don't fucking fold. So that's a problem. And the glass flutters like this, which is a big issue. And I've also got to beat a coworker's ass at work because he left his fingerprints on my vehicle. Oh, see, I was about to figure out one more thing. It's something so small that I never see it. So I also have a Craven Speed Stubby Junior antenna. I had this on my Colorado, which I have a video about, and I really like it. It looks good. It's metal. It's aluminum. It's not going to bend or crack or break or whatever. Like I said, the roof rack's gone. I want to put more off-road lights on this, but I refuse to put a light bar on the roof just because I don't want to drill into the vehicle, especially since in the future I want to have this repainted and I don't want to have to deal with all that stuff. So, and as far as the gearing for the tires and stuff, it's still the factory 355s with a G80 locker in the rear. Nothing's been changed yet. I do plan on changing it. I'll probably put some 410s or 411s in it and then call it a day. I don't want anything higher. I don't want anything higher than that. Now I'll talk about the rest of the suspension and then we'll go to other stuff. So now that I have the lift kit, I wanted other stuff to match. And coincidentally, there's a company that makes stuff in red, and I wanted to try their products to begin with. So I have a Spone Performance adjustable panhard bar or track bar, whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing. And I also have their, what you can't see from right here, I have their upper and lower control arms. You can get them in either black or red. Obviously I got them in red, and you do see them underneath the vehicle, so that's nice. Then the exhaust, I'm sure somebody's about to ask me about that because I just showed it. It's an MBRP 3-inch catback exhaust with a 5-inch tip. The 5-inch tip is something I bought off Amazon. It's a 3-inch inlet, 5-inch outlet. I think it's about maybe 12 inches long. That did not come with the kit. The MBRP kit comes with a 4-inch tip. I wanted something bigger, and I think it looks just fine. So yeah. And then up under there, or connected to that catback exhaust, is a set of Speed Engineering. Well, you can't even fucking see it, so it doesn't matter. Speed Engineering long tube headers, but you're not going to be able to really see them. You can see them in there hiding. It's the 1 3/4 Speed Engineering long tubes with their catless Y pipe. So I do not have cats on this vehicle. So I have an exhaust clip about that too, if you want to see the video about that and how it sounds, blah blah blah, all that nice stuff. On the inside, I'm still out here. I'm not going to open the doors because I don't have my key and I really don't want to go back in the house to get it. So all the front suspension's brand new. It has Moog parts, except the wheel bearings. The wheel bearings are Timken, because I saw a lot of bad reviews on the Moog wheel bearings, so I got Timken. If you're going to buy anything bearing related, buy either Timken or SKF. Don't buy anything else from anybody else, because they make the best bearings around. So I bought the wheel bearings from them, or hub assembly, whatever you want to call it. All the parts I got from Rock Auto. I'm not sponsored by them. It's just they're the ones that are the cheapest and the best deals. So with the front suspension, I bought the Problem Solver kit, which includes upper and lower control arms, and they already have the ball joints pressed in, and they already have the control arm bushings in. And I also have a new idler and pitman arm, and then the inner and outer tie rods and the wheel bearings, of course. I bought new sway bar end links from General Motors, but because I have the lift kit comes with new ones, so I'll put them on instead. I do plan on replacing a couple of the parts that I've replaced on the front end. So I'll be replacing the upper control arms with either the Cognito lift arms or the Kryptonite. I haven't really made a decision yet. And then I'm also going to replace the tie rods with the Death Grip tie rods from Kryptonite. And the wheel bearings I'll probably leave alone, because yes, I have big tires and wheels, but they don't have really aggressive offset, and they are heavy, but they're not that heavy to where I'll have to worry about them falling apart. and they are a good quality wheel bearing, so we'll see how they last. What else? I think that's it as far as mechanically and, you know, I wouldn't say performance, but performance wise. This is very slow, so I don't want anybody to think that this is the fastest thing in the world just because I put long tubes on it. I wanted long tubes because I like the way they sound, and I like the free flowing exhaust. It sounds nice. I wanted to do a cam, so that's another reason why I bought this stuff. So, and I want to supercharge it at another point as well, but I'm not sure. And before anybody wants to argue saying, well, why would you spend that kind of money on a 16-year-old vehicle? Well, plain and simple, it's just because I want to. People do what they want to do with their money, and I chose to do stuff to this. So I have this Tahoe to keep the miles off of that car. So I wanted something I was going to enjoy and like, and I knew I could modify, and this is the best platform to do it. I wanted a truck, but, you know, people want $30,000 for a truck with 300,000 miles, and no, I'm not doing that. So I paid $5,000 for this the day I got it, so I feel like I did pretty good. It's got about 242,000 miles on it. Yes, it's got issues. It's a 16-year-old vehicle, so you can't really argue and you bitch and moan when stuff happens on a vehicle like this. If it was something like my Fusion with 40,000 miles and it's a 2017, I can understand that. But, you know, this, I know the people that had it before me didn't take care of it. It's obvious. It shows in a lot of places, especially the interior, which I guess I'll talk about the interior now. The interior, it needs the whole interior redone. It needs the carpet replaced because it's disgusting. There's stains in it that you're not going to get out. I would spend more time trying to clean the interior and it never be perfect than I would actually just ripping the interior out and putting new carpet in. So I do plan on doing that. I also need to replace the seats, the cushions and all that stuff, like you do on all of these 2099 or 99 to 2006/7 Yukon Suburban, the GMT 800s, the GMT 900s. Well, the 900s are the newer ones, but the Silverados and all that stuff of this era, they all have the same problems where the seats look like ass, looks like somebody's chewed them up and stuff like that. So it needs the whole interior redone. I want to get this Tahoe painted. I don't know what color, probably the factory color or maybe like a gray. I'm not sure. But what else? I do have a Sony radio, the double din radio with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And I have all the stuff to make the steering wheel controls work. So I have the pack RP5 GM11 harness and all that stuff. And yes, that is the part number. If you're wanting it for this, it's RP5-GM11 for this particular vehicle. It works on a bunch of different Chevrolet models about this year. So that's what you're wanting. That's what you need. That's what you need to get. Also, I got this done the other day, and I don't know how I haven't said anything yet. It's one of the most obvious things. I got the front two windows tinted, and I also got the strip. The front two windows are 5%. The strip's 5%. The rear is just factory. But when I come back from vacation, I'm going to make an appointment to get the rear done. I'm just going to get 15% put on top of it. In most states, at least in Georgia, I know for a fact, everything in the back doesn't matter. The front, it really just depends on where you live and what cop stops you and what kind of a day they're having. The strip is not legal. So for those that want to know, that is not 6 inches. The strips, for it to be legal, have to be 6 inches below where the windshield line is. So mine is almost, I'm going to say that's probably about 10 to 12 inches below. And I do like it because it makes it to where you can't see inside. You can't see me. You can't see anything. I wanted to get the windshield tinted, but I need a new windshield because it's got a lot of rock chips on it. And it looks like shit. But I have replaced, like, this is just going to be miscellaneous stuff. So I have replaced the window regulator in the rear driver's door. I have replaced the spark plugs and wires and all that stuff because it needed it. Replaced the O2 sensors because it has a misfire because there were two different brands and one of them was a shitty brand. What else? I've replaced obviously the front suspension. All that's redone, especially since I had intentions on lifting it. You don't want to put clapped out suspension on a lift because you're going to be there. You might as well replace it now. So I've already done that. I've replaced the steering shaft bushing that's under the dash, the little blue, whatever the fuck it's called. I've replaced the turn signal stock, or the turn signal switch, whatever, the thing that you click to turn the turn signal on, and I have to replace it again because it has a short in it like my previous one did. If I have my wipers on just the continuous speed, not the fast speed, but the continuous, and I go to use a turn signal, they shut off. So that tells me that stupid ass cheap shit that I bought is fucked up already. The reason I replaced it to begin with was because every time I would use the right turn signal, the high beams would kick on, and that's a common problem with these, and it just means that it's shorting out and it's bad. So the next time I do it, I'm going to buy a General Motors part. I'm not going to buy no cheap shit anymore. I've replaced the wiper blades, obviously, just because it needed them. For one, they're falling apart. I've replaced, and see, like, there's a lot of stuff that I miss, and it's the small stuff that you don't think about. I've replaced the inner fender well liners on the front, because they were both ripped up and destroyed, so I bought new ones. I have a new washer bottle and two new pumps. I already replaced the lines, but then after I replaced the lines, one of the pumps cracked. So I just went ahead and bought a new bottle, new pumps, everything. It has obviously the new grill. I'm trying to think of everything I've done. The two heater hoses that go to the firewall, the auxiliary. If you have rear heat and AC like I do, they both broke like they do in a lot of these vehicles. I replaced the hoses themselves and the fittings, all that stuff, so there's no issues. They should last another 240,000 miles, which is about what they lasted on this. I do have a whole new gasket set for this, so it has head gaskets, intake manifold gaskets, all kinds of stuff. I have a new oil pressure sensor or oil sending unit, whatever you want to call it. I have a feeling this is going to need a rear main seal because it does drip oil everywhere, and I think that's where it's coming from. And I just have a feeling it wasn't done correctly. I was told it was done before, but I highly doubt it was done the right way. What else? I do need to put a new tensioner, new belts on it, just because I want to do that kind of stuff. It's preventative maintenance, and they're not expensive. So I need to put new belts on it. I know I'm going to change all the pulleys. The AC and the heat work, by the way, for those that are wondering. What else? Like I said, there's a lot of small stuff that I'm not thinking about, and I'll think about it after I stop making the video. I really can't think of anything else. I'm sure if I do, it's just gonna piss me off, but there's nothing else I can really do about that. I just can't think of anything right now. I mean, yeah, that's about it that I can think of. I do need new switches and stuff, because the switches on the dash, they don't light up. Half of the thermostat controls don't light up. The steering wheel controls don't light up at all. Some of the lights on the actual gauge cluster are burnt out, and I'll probably just send all that out to get redone. The power window switch sticks, or it doesn't stick. It's just it won't go down all the way. You have to kind of fuck with it for it to actually automatically go down. It works just fine. It's just it doesn't. Once you click it down once, it doesn't go down automatically like it's supposed to. You have to sit there and click it 30 times for it to actually start going down. That's probably because the contacts in it are dirty or something, but I'm not really sure. The mirror switch doesn't work. It'll do what it wants to do. I can't adjust the passenger side mirror. There's probably something else, like I've said, that I'm not thinking about, but it's fine. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the video. This hasn't had any transmission or engine work done that I know of, but it will get a new transmission at some point. It'll get one a lot stronger than what I have now. It's a 4L60, but the 4L60s are not known for their rigidity and or strength. So I do beat on this. I do drive the shit out of it. I do like having fun when I drive it, and I do want to go get it dirty. So last thing I need is a transmission to go out on me while I'm somewhere out in the middle of nowhere getting dirty in a mud hole. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If I can answer any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try my best. And other than that, one more thing I forgot. I have the Rough Country V2 steering stabilizer, which I just made a video on. So if you want to watch that, you're more than welcome to. If you don't, that's fine too. And now I think I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later.